Hello, pastors. Good morning. How are you today? I hope your services went well yesterday. Okay, I just thought to do the short video so you can take your time and go over it and then make your own plans. I am going to request that each of you write out your plan based on what I am going to talk about today, so that I can help follow up, basically to help follow up. That's what I want to do. So I have titled what I'm going to share as a project On Your Feet Now. It's Deuteronomy 2:24, the Message version. And why am I doing this? Like I said in our last meeting, one of the success factors for Jesus' ministry within that short time was he went as a missionary, So, and that's what I want you to do. I want you to adopt the mindset of a missionary in the next 3 months, July, August, September. So this thing that we are going to plan and do is for 3 months, July, August, September. I'm leaving, the month is still very early, the month of June. I'm thinking that let me just let you do your plans, look inward, but this specifically is for you to look outward. Look outward and within your neighborhood. Don't go far. Where you live as a pastor, Secondly, around your church venue, So we're basically looking at Jesus' strategy for systematic church growth. So I pray that this will give us the desired result in Jesus' name. So please, Jesus' strategy for systematic church growth, he came, and in 3 years plus, he started his ministry, and in 3 years plus, look at the number of people he raised. At least the disciples, we can see the 12. There was another set of 70, and on the day of Pentecost, they were over 120. And so if we look at that, we say it's okay for you when you start a church, the first year you should get like 40 people. The beginning is always a kind of tough, but once you get it right, it becomes easier for you, And so remember, adopt the mindset of a missionary. July, August, September. And I've titled it Project On Your Feet Now. And what do I want you to achieve? That in these 3 months, you are able to raise 4 people who can do care group for you. 4 care group leaders. That is the end goal. So my questions. What is your understanding of Matthew 10:5 and Acts 1:8? I want you to read the Message version. So when you're making your plan, you know what to do with that. And what do you think was responsible for Jesus' huge impact in making disciples in a short earthly ministry? I've asked you this question before, and different points on it. So we're basically talking about continuity of the Christian faith. And what do? One generation must declare it to the other. It means you must raise people. 2 Timothy 2, people who are able to also teach others. Unlike the Joshua generation, said that when him and all the elders that are living died, then another generation came up, didn't know the Lord. What happened? Somebody dropped the ball. So the growth of your church, the continuous growth of your church is dependent on your ability to raise these 4 set of people, these 4 care group leaders. So when you teach them how to grow, to make disciples, it will be a ripple effect. It will continue. And so let's look at Jesus's vision, mission, and strategies. Okay, so vision, we all know. The what? What do you want to achieve? Mission. How are you going to achieve it? Vision is long term. In 5 years, I'll be this. In 2 years, I'll be this. But what are you going to do on a daily, on a weekly, on a monthly basis to achieve your vision? That is the how. And there's a specific strategy that is appropriate for where you are. So for Jesus, for the Son of Man has come to seek and to save that which was lost. And I think that is our vision, because he said we should go and make disciples. For you to make disciples, they must be saved first. So the gospel must be preached. Somebody must reach out to them. What was Jesus' mission? He started preaching. He went about doing good. Oh, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me because he has anointed me to. He went about doing good. He called people. But he had a strategy, which I call come and go. Mark 3, 13 to 15. Jesus' strategy was operational and strategic. Operational, every day I am doing something. So he's doing evangelism, he's visiting people, but he was also strategic. He had an operational mindset and a project mindset. Operation is something that is repetitive. You do it ongoing. But a project is something that you define as the beginning and the end to that. So Jesus' strategies, he was going about operational every day. But out of these people that he was making contact with, he selected a few out of the multitudes. What was this criteria? I listened to some of you. You are looking for perfect people. Jesus didn't look for that. His disciples were homegrown and natural because he was intimately involved in their lives. So training and development happened as they spent time with him. So with this, you cannot achieve this. This strategy will not work in a large group. It means you have to identify a few people and then train and develop them. Training, you train somebody to do a specific thing. Development, you are developing them for future roles. So proximity was a key success factor in Jesus' ministry. The size of the group was a key success factor, because you can't achieve this in a large group. So I said Jesus' strategy. He had operational mindset. Also, he had a project mindset. Making disciples is a project. If you don't treat it as a project, you will not be successful. You will keep going. You go and do evangelism, you do visitation, and trying to. No, as you are doing the operations, because you need the operations, every day is from the operations you pull out the people you are going to disciple. As you are doing the operations, you are mindful. No, I also need to disciple. A project always will have a start and a finish date. There's a start and a finish. It's not forever. In 3 months, I'm going to raise 4 cargo brothers. In 3 months, I'm going to raise 6 cargo brothers. They start when you decide what you are going to do, and they end when you created the product or service you set out to create. What are we setting out to create? Make disciples. These disciples specifically, care group leaders. Sometimes they end because you decide to stop doing the project. So if you decide, I'm tired, I'm not getting the result, it will end. But they are never ongoing. So that's why I say project on your feet now. A missionary is always on his or her feet. A missionary will do DTS anytime, anywhere, any day. You will do DTS in your parlor. You will do DTS. If you see a woman that, oh, this woman is very good, you make a good table now, but she's busy. She always, at this time, she's in the market or whatever, in her shop. You go and meet her in her shop and do the DTS there. You bond with them. You bond with them. Let your house become the DTS for this project. For example, I'm just giving an example. If you say, I don't have where my venue is not a lockdown and the people don't have the time, and don't say all of them must do the DTS together at the same time. You can do for somebody in the morning, you can do for somebody in the afternoon, you can do for somebody in the evening. You can see that we are doing intensive DTS. 8 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 hours per Saturday. It must not be Saturday. So instead of doing 2 hours for a lesson, you do 1.5 hours. So you can do 1.5 hours in the morning, do 1.5 hours in the evening, or do 1.5 hours on Monday, do 1.5 hours on Wednesday, for example. I'm just giving examples, not that this is sacrosanct. I'm just giving you examples. You see somebody, availability is very key. So look for people. They will not be the number 8 that you want. They are number 1. They are on point 1. They are not on point 8. Take them little by little to that place. So have an operational mindset. You have to be going out for evangelism. Remember, I say, Pastor, this is for you. Get up, be on your feet. If you, all this while, you have not been able to do this thing, why do you want your members to do them for you? Rise up. So let's look at Jesus' process for making disciples. If you read that Mark 3, 13 to 15, he prayed. In fact, Matthew 10, the Bible says he prayed all night before he appointed those 12 people. After he saw that the harvest is plentiful, and the harvest is plentiful where you are. There are unsafe people in everywhere. He went on the mountain, he prayed. What did he do? He now went out. You can see it. Matthew 4. Let's use Matthew now. Let's stay on Matthew. After his baptism, we have anointed you. Jesus went and he started calling. And he was very specific. Follow me and I'll make you fishers of men. Did he make them fishers of men? Peter, John, James, Andrew. Did he make them fishers of men? Even though Andrew was not in the inner circle of the three. But every time Andrew was mentioned, he was bringing somebody to Jesus. Did he make them fishers of men? Matthew 28, verse 18 to 20. He did. So that is the project aspect of it. I am calling you, but this is what I want to make you. So he went and he was calling many people. Out of these people, he selected these 12. He trained them. And what did he do? He sent them. So read that Mark 3, 13 to 15. That he may send them, that he called them to be with him. To be with him for what? So he can model what they need to do. He can teach them so that he may send them. And the circle will continue like that, because once you have done it for one person, you now have mentees that you can be deploying. They are doing it for other people too. So what you do with these 4 people is very key to the growth of your church. It's very key to the growth of your church. And you see, we saw it in Luke 13, 6 to 9. He said, I've been coming for 3 years. It means every year God is expecting fruit from you. I've been coming, no fruit. I'll cut it down. The vine dresser now beg that. Give it 1 year. Let me dig around it. After that, you can cut down. So disengaging people, it's not a sin. It's not, it's in the Bible. If not, Jesus won't give it. This goal that we set, I looked at it. Do you know that a branch, one of the branches, and it increased 217% thereabouts. 217% thereabouts. I think they were 9 or thereabouts. No, they were 12. And the 50%, they're supposed to add 6. They have added more than that in this short while. It's not in Abuja. So those are the things I say to myself. If somebody can do it outside that place, I can do it. That person does not speak the language of that place. Does not speak the language of the place. The place is a village. It's a family that say, please, we want this branch in our village. It doesn't speak the language of that place. The guy is an Igbo person. That place is in one village in Kogi. Imani. He had 200, over 200% increase now. So that means he has double even his school. So you can do it wherever you are. That's why I brought that Deuteronomy 2:24. God has given you, engage it. That's the Holy Spirit. What do I need to do? And then you get what you need to do. So let's look at Jesus' training model. He used basically on-the-job training. What do? You start by modeling. So you see Jesus, Matthew 4, he called them. Then 5 to 7, he started teaching them. You model by teaching, you model by doing. He taught them. These are the things expected of the kingdom. So you are doing DTS, not in a formal place. I don't want this to be formal. Use your parlor. Let it be a family setting. Let it be small. Let them be small. Let them engage them. That is why it can be faster. And you can monitor their progress. He taught these are the values of the kingdom. And then we saw him from 8 to 9. He came out and he started demonstrating. He started healing people. Read it. Just go and read it. He started healing people. This gospel is not just preaching alone. It's part. This healing is part, because remember that he will send them to preach, to teach, to preach, and to heal. Read Mark 3:13 to 15. And now compare it with this modeling. So Jesus was strategic. And then we saw, after that, Mark 10:5, he sent them. And what did he say to them? Don't go very far. That's why I brought that Message Bible version. Within your neighborhood here. He said, go to the Lordship of Israel. Just inside this place. Don't go to the Samaritan. Don't be traveling. Don't be going all over the place. Don't go to 5 kilometers, 4 kilometers. Because proximity was a key factor. If they were not in the same place, most of them in Galilee, there's no way Jesus would have been able to achieve that with the 12. So teach DTS and model. When you teach them evangelism, for example, take them out on evangelism, let them follow you. Say, let's go out. Don't let them talk. So modeling is you do and they watch. You do and they watch. So you engage the people that you want to talk to. Let them be watching. You may not carry the 4 of them. You divide it. 2 we are going to do, or me and you, one set. Let them watch. You do, they watch. From there, you move to collaboration. You still do, but they will help you. We saw this when Jesus in the feeding of the 5,000. He was the one who did the miracle. He said, but let the people sit in groups. What are you doing? You are beginning to give the person visibility. You are beginning to give the person opportunity to practice. When you move from collaboration, you go to supporting. Now, the role will now change. They will do, you give them the opportunity to do while you support them. So as you watch, oh, they will make mistakes. What do? You coach them. This is how you do it. So when those disciples, Jesus was not far away. They brought those, the lunatic boy, the father brought, and they couldn't heal him. What did he do? He came and he did say, for how long will I be with you? And then when they asked, why can't we do it? You don't even wait for them to ask you. They will say, okay, this is why you could not do that. Or, well done, but you need to have done this differently. So this will not go out. Some of them will not go out, except by prayer and fasting. What are you doing? You coach. This is how you do it. This is how you talk to somebody. So you take them out on evangelism, and they are the ones who will say, hello, excuse me, I want to tell you about the love of God. I'm watching. They are there so that you can bridge the gap when they make mistakes. You are training them. And then you can delegate this one. Okay, let's go. You're the one that will do all the talking. Or do this. Share this little thing. Share on giving at short meeting for 5 minutes. Let them make their mistakes, please. Let them make their mistakes. Don't get edgy. Delegate while you are still there, so they get used to doing it. So you model, you collaborate, you support and coach them, then you delegate. So you can be correcting them and correct them in love, please. So any question you have, you will ask me on the WhatsApp platform after watching the video. And so in conclusion, look at Matthew 28, 18 to 20 and 2 Timothy 2:2. Jesus called us to make disciples, not just converts. So as a Christian, primary responsibility is to constantly make disciples. It's not to talk of you as a pastor. Disciples are agents of transformations. And the more agents of transformation that you have, the more your impact will be in your locality for the continuity of the Christian faith. In this case, for the growth of your branch. We sent you there as a seed to give rise to other branches, not you just staying there. So to constantly make disciples, you must define the what. What do you want to achieve? In this one, I have defined the what. Make 4 care group leaders in 3 months, July to September. Plan. So I want to see, plan how you're going to achieve this and when to evaluate your progress. What do you want? Do you want to be giving me updates every month? Or you want to do it every week? I think every month will be okay. So we can do the first update, the first progress report, July, first week of August, first week of September, and first week of October. You can just have a meeting, we discuss, tell us your progress reports, and then we rub minds. Other people can learn from it too. So thank you very much. God bless you.